Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking all about skin and specifically how I like to brighten my skin. So I'm going to talk about some treatments and specific products that I really like for helping to even out my skin tone, to lighten up acne scars or just like discoloration that I have on my skin. These products are also great if you have more acne prone or oily skin, also for anti-aging and just to help to keep the skin really smooth and just give you an overall brighter, even toned complexion. If you guys have been following me for some time, you'll know that I suffered a lot with acne and specifically acne on my cheeks. I had it like down my neck and on my forehead, but I feel like the cheek area is where it kind of left its mark the most, and this is where I'm always trying to help to brighten and to even out the texture. And I notice when I do these things often, I just feel more comfortable wearing, less makeup because I feel like my skin is already quite even toned when I stick to these things. They're very powerful. There are some things that I do every single day that are like mandatory musts. And then I have a couple of treatments that I do a few times per week. So let's get into it. So I want to start with one of the most important and crucial things in skincare, and not just to help brighten the skin, but just for overall skin health and how glowy it is, how soft and smooth it is, and also to prevent aging of the skin, and that is to regularly exfoliate your face. So I like both physical and chemical exfoliants. I think there is a place for both in your skincare routine, but I'm a huge fan of actual physical exfoliation. The exfoliator that I like the most is from OMOROVICZA. It is the Refining Facial Polisher. I've used this now for I think almost a year. It could be a bit over a year, and I've talked about this in several of my skincare videos. The ingredients in this are incredible. It's got Hungarian moor mud, it's got marine microalgae, it's got copper in here, which is what gives it this green hue, and copper is really good for the skin as well. It helps to promote collagen production and elastin in the skin, and it has natural pumice stone in here, which gives it the exfoliating property. Now, not only does it have a physical exfoliation, it's also got some fruit acids in here, so it kind of acts as a peel as well. So you're getting that physical exfoliation, but you're also getting a little bit of a chemical exfoliation from the natural fruit acids. The overall ingredients in this is really good. I think that's also why I keep rebuying it, and this is not sponsored. None of these products are sponsored, but it's free of any fragrances. It's also free from any petrochemicals or silicones or artificial colors. The ingredient list is really good, so it's really nice for more sensitive skin types, and it also just smells it smells so rejuvenating and refreshing and very spa-like. I love using this. So this is the product that I really like to exfoliate with. You might have another exfoliator that you really like, but the actual act of exfoliating your skin is what's important. So I think it's one of the number one things when it comes to taking care of your skin is to really remove the buildup of dead skin cells that accumulate on your face. Everyone gets dead skin cells, whatever skin type you have. If you're more dry, if you're more oily, if you're more sensitive, we all get a buildup of dead skin cells on the surface of the skin, and it's so important to remove those because if you have them sitting on your skin, it firstly prevents the newer skin cells to reach the surface, and that kind of process slows down. But if you're regularly massaging away the dead skin cells, it signals your skin to push the newer, fresh baby skin cells up towards the surface, and that's going to give you a beautiful glow. Also, if you're not properly exfoliating, you can actually clog the pores on your skin. You're kind of like suffocating your skin with all the dead skin cells. Plus, if you're having that dry, dead skin cell buildup, it can actually make your skin more oily because it's telling your skin that it's dry. So you want to remove that. You want to have a nice, healthy, clean, fresh surface on your skin. Exfoliation is also key for helping the skin to stay youthful. There's a doctor in Beverly Hills, his name is Dr. Lancer, and he is like a celebrity dermatologist, and he has a book called Younger, and one of the main things that he stresses in this book is the power of exfoliation and how important it is to do it almost every single day. And I know that it's really good for my skin because I notice when I do it regularly, my skin just behaves a lot better. It's less oily. I'll sometimes use it straight, so I'll just use this over my skin, let it sit for a little bit, and then rinse it off. And then sometimes I will also mix it in with a cleanser. So I'll do 50% the cleanser and 50% the exfoliant. And that gives me a lighter, you know, strength of exfoliation, but I do that almost every single night. And it's so good for helping to just lift off those dead skin cells, to renew the skin, and it also helps all of your other skincare products to work more deeply, more effectively, because you're removing that barrier of dead skin cells that can actually block the absorption of, you know, your other skincare products to penetrate and to really get into the cell and do their work. So exfoliation is so important. That doesn't mean that you have to go in like super intense and, you know, make your skin really red and like irritated. That's not the point. The key thing is just to do like a gentle exfoliation to really lift the debris and dead skin cells that could be clogging your pores. Wash that all away, and then you have fresher, newer skin that you can work with that's also a lot healthier and more vibrant and glowing and fresh. So exfoliation is so important. There are also chemical exfoliants, which I will get into, but I'm gonna go in kind of like the order that I would use these products, or, you know, when I do my skincare. So the second thing that I would then do for brightening purposes is to use a serum. I love a good vitamin C serum. Vitamin C serum is where it's at when it comes to brightening the skin. It not only works really well when you put it on, you know, the surface of your skin, which I'm gonna talk about, but also when you eat it. So when you ingest vitamin C. One of my favorite things is to start the day with water with a little bit of lemon juice, but usually all plant-based foods are quite rich in vitamin C. So make sure that you're also eating it internally, but applied topically, it can also do wonders for the skin. And this is the one that I've been using the last few weeks. It is from Drunk Elephant. It's called the C-Frima. So this has got 15% L-absorbic acid, and it's really important with a vitamin C serum that it's also balanced with ferulic acid and with vitamin E. With that concoction, the vitamin C can work at its best and at its strongest, because I think just pure vitamin C on the skin doesn't have quite of a strong effect as when it's combined with ferulic acid and vitamin E. So this also has 0.5% ferulic acid and 1% vitamin E, so they can work really well in harmony together. This vitamin C is also stabilized, so it's active for up to 72 hours after you apply it on your skin, and that effect won't change if you wash your skin. It goes into your skin and it's active for 72 hours. So this is some powerful stuff, and I really like it. When it comes to nighttime, the nighttime for skincare is so important because that's when your skin is really regenerating itself. I'll do my regular skincare, so I'll double cleanse if I'm wearing makeup, I'll tone, and then before moisturizing, I'll apply a serum. So like kind of a treatment serum for brightening the skin, for smoothing the skin. So there's two that I like to go between. So the first treatment is a prescription strength retinol. This is Differin, and retinol is vitamin A. So this is something that is quite strong. It's quite like powerful on your skin, and it's going to help to exfoliate the very like inside of your skin. So the main difference between an over-the-counter retinol that you could get at a place like Sephora or Cult Beauty, or a prescription strength retinol like this that you would have to get at your dermatologist's office, basically this is a lot stronger, and with the over-the-counter, it still has to go through one process before it can have its effect on the skin cell. So it has to be metabolized by the skin and then turned into the active form of the vitamin A, which is going to have an effect, and this will get the job done as soon as you put it on. Retinols are used a lot for people who want to soften any lines or wrinkles on the skin or who are worried about aging, but retinol can also be really good if you have more acne prone skin or oily skin, and in my case it's also really good for helping to brighten the skin tone in terms of getting rid of acne scars. Your skin will start to peel, but that's a good thing. That is what we want. But when it starts to peel, you have to make sure that you are exfoliating away the dead skin cells so that they're not clogging up your pores. So using a good physical exfoliator like this, or one that you maybe have at home. And then to also counteract that dryness by putting the moisture back on your skin with a really good moisturizer with any hydrating serums. I have been using retinol now since the beginning of the year, and then I stopped using this during the summertime because I was out in the sun a lot. And something with retinol is that you do have to be quite careful with sun exposure, because it does bring out so much fresh skin and like new skin that it can get damaged by the sun if you're not wearing SPF and being too careful with being in the sun. So I stopped using this in the summer, but I'm back on it now and I love it. Like, it's so good. It makes my skin super smooth and super glowy and really exfoliated and renewed feeling. So that is why retinol is loved by so many people. I personally would say to just go to a dermatologist and get the prescription strength version. It's a lot cheaper than a lot of the over-the-counter retinols, so you could save some money there, plus this is usually stronger. So I really like this. And then when I'm not using retinol, I like to use a pretty intense acid treatment. This is a really nice one, again from Drunk Elephant. It is the TLC Framboos Glycolic Night Serum. This has got 12% of AHA and BHAs. It's got glycolic acid, lactic acid, tartaric acid, citric acid, salicylic acid, and it's also blended with raspberry extract, hence the name Framboos, which actually means raspberry in French, or framboise is French for raspberry, but I think they just called it framboos because maybe it sounded cuter. But this is really good as well. So this is a chemical exfoliant. So it's going to have a similar effect as the physical exfoliator, but it's going to do it on a chemical level. So the blend of those acids are going to gently eat away at any dead skin cells. I know that it sounds quite extreme, like using acid on your face, but it's a totally normal and good thing to do for your skin, especially if you also suffer from acne or oily skin. It's so important to keep the surface exfoliated. If you have too much buildup on your skin, it can again just clog up your pores, and of course as well for anti-aging of the skin, so helping the skin to stay youthful and glowing and firm, and having the skin stay smooth. I think it's super important to start taking care of your skin when you're younger, when it is in a good state, and just help to maintain that state. Because if you wait too long to start using some of these treatments and you already have those dents and those wrinkles or creases in your skin, it can be a lot more challenging to actually get rid of those than if you start with non-wrinkled skin and you just try to preserve that as you age. Now, of course, with scarring from acne, that is different, because if you suffered from acne, it's already on your skin, so we have to do the best with what we have. But when it comes to aging of the skin, try to take control of it when you're as young as possible. So even in your 20s, in your early 20s, make sure that you're properly exfoliating, make sure that you're applying good serums, that you're hydrating your skin, that you're wearing a good SPF so that you're not exposing your skin to too much sun damage. And that way we can just age more gracefully and our skin can maintain its texture and smoothness for as long as possible without, like wrinkling it and then having to correct it afterwards, if that makes sense. But a serum like this will just gently exfoliate the skin as you're sleeping. It's going to eat away at any dead skin cells, and it's just going to leave your skin looking a lot more smooth and bright and firm. And again, with the Drunk Elephant products, they are more on the natural side, which is why I really like them. And they are all pH balanced. So when they're creating the products, they do check for optimum pH level balances for them to work the best on your skin. So I really like that about the brand as a whole. So those are the 3 things that I would recommend that you do every single day. So a good exfoliation, a good vitamin C serum, and a good nighttime exfoliation serum that you sleep with on your skin. Then there are 2 treatments that I would highly recommend for brightening the skin that you can do a few times per week. I like to do these about 2 to 3 times per week. And the first is microneedling. This is something that I've talked about in a few of my previous skincare videos. It's a little device that looks like this, and it's got these tiny little needles on the end that you roll on your skin like this. Now this will create tiny little punctures on the surface of your skin, and that's going to send lots of white blood cells. It's going to stimulate your skin to produce more collagen and to repair those little punctures, which is going to build new skin. And again, microneedling is great for overall, like for the whole face. Very gently though, you don't have to press too hard. A lot of people use this for anti-aging, again for helping to prevent wrinkles from forming, to also increase the firmness and the elasticity of the skin to help to keep it nice and firm and tight. But microneedling is especially important if you have scarring or discoloration in particular areas of your face. So I like to use this a lot on my cheeks, and what you can do with a microneedle is actually start to break down some of that scar tissue, and again you're then going to promote the new skin cells to be formed. Microneedling is one of my favorite at-home treatments, and I would say that it gives you quite an immediate effect. It instantly like makes your skin kind of tingle and get a little bit pink, and that's because you're stimulating a lot of blood flow to your face, which is a good thing. You don't want to go overly hard where you get really red and really sensitive. That's not the goal, but you definitely want to start some circulation and some blood flow and like energy happening to your skin cells. So a little bit of microneedling is great for, again, just helping to break apart some of that built up scar tissue that can come after having a lot of breakouts. It's also great for evening the skin tone. I like to go a lot here around my mouth where I have some discoloration, and I do think that this helps a lot. Plus, one of the main benefits of this is that it helps to make all of your other skincare products absorb deeper into the skin. And then the last treatment that I want to talk about is equally as important as everything that I've mentioned, and I would say it's a more intense version of this chemical serum exfoliant, and that is to use a chemical exfoliant mask a few times per week, or a peel. I think you can also call it a peel. So this is the one that I've been loving the most lately. It is from Goop, and it is called the Exfoliating Instant Facial. Now this stuff is intense. This is again got both alpha and beta hydroxy acids, and those acids are again really going to help to exfoliate the top layer of your skin. So all of those dead skin cells are going to get eaten away by those acids. And when it's in a peel or in like an instant facial like this, as opposed to a serum like that you would leave on, the concentration of those acids are much higher in something like this. So it is very strong, very powerful on your skin. You only leave this on for about 2 to 3 minutes and then you rinse it off. So it's got those chemical exfoliants, but it's also got plant-based cellulose beads that will help to physically exfoliate your skin when you are removing this mask. So you're getting a really good dose of chemical exfoliant, but you're also getting a little bit of physical exfoliant, which is really nice. So I will apply the mask with a facial mask brush like this one. You can use any synthetic brush. I prefer to use a brush with products like this because I think that you use less product and you can kind of just like evenly distribute it. And then it comes with this muslin cloth or like little facial towel that you will remove the mask with. It does leave your skin a little bit red, a little bit tingly, but it does work. When you take it off, your skin feels super smooth, really baby soft. It does not have the best smell though, I do have to say, but again, Goop is a more natural beauty line. They're made by Juice Beauty, which is, I think, an almost all organic line. It says here actually that they're 86% organic. So again, used a few times per week, I think you will definitely notice a brightness in your skin and a more even skin tone, which is what I personally want and what I'm always like being mindful of when it comes to my skincare routine. And I think with all of these things, you do definitely see an immediate effect, but you have to keep using them. So it's part of a routine. It's not, you know, that you go for a really great facial or you do some of these things for a few weeks. You really have to be consistent with it. And also, I think it's really important if you are exfoliating your skin and, you know, you're bringing those new fresh skin cells to the surface, you have to make sure that you are properly moisturizing your skin and putting the hydration back so that you keep a good like ecosystem on, you know, the surface of your skin, because you don't want to be over exfoliating or over drying your skin and then leaving it bare. It's really important to do the work, do the treatments, but then put some love back into your skin. So using a really good moisturizer, a nice facial oil, and with those give yourself a nice facial massage when you are applying it to promote blood circulation and blood flow to all of your skin cells, and also make sure that you are protecting your skin with a good SPF. I really like a mineral SPF as opposed to a chemical one. This is the one that I use. It is from Supergoop. It is the SPF 40 Skin Soothing Mineral Sunscreen. It is white when it comes out, but it blends in really well into my skin and it doesn't leave a white cast, which can be an issue with a lot of mineral sunscreens. So again, if you are using a lot of exfoliating or resurfacing treatments, make sure that you have a good SPF so that you are protecting those new fresh baby skin cells from the sun. If you can't tell, I'm very passionate about skincare because I did suffer so much with my skin. So I want everyone else who I could possibly help to take advantage from this information that I've learned that has really helped me. I have some specific videos that are dedicated to acne and to preventing breakouts, both from internally and also externally. So what I eat, what I don't eat, and some of my favorite cleansers and supplements and things. So I will have those videos linked below. Let me know what else you would like to see when it comes to the topic of skincare. I think I could literally have like a whole show about skincare. I would also love to know if there are any specific products or treatments that you really like for your skin. Do you also suffer with discoloration or with acne scars? What's worked really well for you? Please let me know below in the comments. I hope you're all having an amazing day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.